Hello there, welcome into this season opening edition of the SAU Men's and Women's Track and Field Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gagos, joined alongside head men's and women's track and field coach Tim Servis. And Coach, we're going to use this as an opportunity to preview the season. Obviously, your teams compete in outdoor track and field, and that's where the championships, conference championships, and nationals will be participating in. But kind of a unique opportunity for track. You're able to participate in some indoor meets here during the winter months and before you get a chance to go outside. And that's going to be your first meet actually coming up at the A-State Invitational at Arkansas State in Jonesboro this Friday and Saturday. Talk a little bit about that meet, a chance to compete. With it being indoors, what are some of the differences between indoor and outdoor as far as the events?
Well, the events indoor are, as you said, a little bit different. Like indoor, as far as field events, the only throwing events that they'll have is the weight throw and the shot put, and we don't have the weight throw outdoor, so that's a huge difference. And then some of the events are a little bit different. Like rather than a 1500, which is just short of a mile, they will have a 1600, which is just about a mile, 1600 meters. So. And there will be no 10,000 meter. That would be way too many laps around the track because the indoor track is actually only 200 meters long. Outdoor track is 400 meters long. So there's a lot of changes. Typically, and many times, I'll see slower times indoor just because you're going around more curves. So you'll have twice as many curves if you're running most events on a 200 meter track. So those are some of the major differences I can think of. Indoor, we get to do a distant medley relay, which is a relay consisting of distance events, and we don't do that outdoor either. So there's a lot of differences, but a lot of similarities also.
What are some of the advantages of you're going to compete in two indoor track meets? There is an indoor segment that has national championships and things like that. SAU as a school, we don't participate in that quite just yet, but knowing that you have the outdoor season and that's kind of the championship segment that you're gearing towards, what are some advantages of participating in these indoor meets before your outdoor season?
Well, it has a lot of advantages, such as, we get to start earlier, so we get to prepare for the outdoor season. We don't, the biggest advantage, and this is a huge advantage for schools, especially in the north, you don't have to worry about the weather. So that's typically one of the main reasons why indoor track was created, was because up north they have snow on the ground all the way up until April, even late April in some places. So it's a complete disadvantage for them. So indoor helps promote the sport in those states. But I think it's great for them to get this opportunity and to tune up and get ready for the outdoor season.
Your program is to a point now rejuvenated a few years ago. Obviously the first recruiting class was overwhelmingly freshmen. To this point now, they're starting to become juniors, maybe even a few seniors in the mix. So you have experience now going into this season. Talking about this first one at A-State, the indoor, what are some events that you're looking at for your team to be successful at, more so than others on both the men's and women's side?
Okay, well, on the men's side, I'm really excited about our 4x4 team. Kirby Roy, she redshirted last year, so she'll be running on our 4x4 team. Abby Lentz will be running on our 4x4 team, and she's a freshman, but she's been running really strong, and I think she's going to do an outstanding job. Belly Yolcomb is a freshman and has been running pretty good also. She's from Hope, Arkansas. And then we have our one of our standout athletes, Kenesha Bryant. She did really good last year in the GAC conference in the 400 and was our anchor leg on the 4x4. And I think she's going to have a really great performance at A-State and throughout the season.
What about on the guys' side? Is there anything we could look forward to? You guys will have an exceptional outcome?
Oh, yeah. Well, Doug Palmer, he got second in cross country, 8,000 meter course. So he's one of the best long distance runners within the conference. And so I think he's going to do an outstanding job we're going to run them in the 3,000 and the 1 mile in this meet. Jose Guevara, another distance athlete, he was less than a second from breaking the school 1,500 meter record. He's also a very good indoor miler. And then we have some really good jumpers. Arthur Jeffrey, he is a great long jumper and triple jumper, and so I expect to see really good things out of him. Then overall, the returners, they're all stronger. One sprinter that comes to mind, a senior transfer from Bacone College, Xavier Cooper. He is one of our stronger sprinters. He was one of the better sprinters in the GSC last year, and I think he's going to have a really good season also.
You're kind of looking ahead to the outdoor portion of your schedule. One meet in particular, I know this is something that brings a lot of excitement not only to you, your program, but to our campus community and alumni. Got a home meet coming up this fall, or excuse me, this spring. The Dan Veach Invitational. As Coach Veach was a long time, a very successful track and field coach here. So it's going to be great to put that in his name, but also to bring track and field back to SAU, because there is such a great storied history of the track and field program here at SAU. What does that mean, knowing, obviously when track came back, and then there was the commitment to refurbishing, just basically reconstructing, getting all new stuff, equipment over at the track and field complex, to seeing it now to where it's basically completed, maybe with a few equipments to get here and there, but what is it going to mean to be able to get out there and showcase that? And also, too, looking even further ahead, we're going to host the conference track championships in a couple of years, but how is that going to be hosting that one-day event?
Exciting, very exciting, brand new track, beautiful track. We're so fortunate. There's so many schools in NCAA college track and field that do not have their own track, and we have a brand new one with brand new equipment, and we have the facility all to ourselves. It's something most have to share with football or soccer, but we have our own facility, so that just makes it all that much more special. We can practice all day out there. It just means a lot to us and to the students. We're real thankful to the community and all that have donated and supported track and field. And so this first meet is going to be something really special.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head men's and women's track and field coach Tim Servis. He and both squads are getting ready to open up their track and field season, starting first with the indoor segment at Arkansas State this Friday and Saturday in Jonesboro. Coach, we appreciate it. Best of luck, and looking forward to catching up throughout the season and watching the teams progress.
Thank you. Appreciate it.